All right, here we go. It keeps delaying like that. I don't understand why. Anyways, it's Tuesday, and you know what that means. Which also means it's January 5th, and you know what that means. So, let's go on, YouTubers, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to New Japan Review. Obviously, the show from January 5th, 2020, where it pertains to the promotion of New Japan Pro Wrestling, where it pertains to this Wrestle Kingdom 15 Night 2 review that took place in the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo, Japan. I don't recall if they made the same number of attendance records from night 1 or it pertains to night 2. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, but I don't know. I just don't know. That not nothing about that was it came out of it, but the tagline was "Go to New Japan." And now I said I was going to do a video where it pertains to if it's going to show the dark matches, or at least on those dark matches will one at least be a preview. I mean, not a preview, a pre-show. I should say. Where it pertains to the Stardoms. That's not what they did. They instead just went to to the opening pay-per-view for Wrestle Kingdom 15, where it pertains to night 2. So, based on the results of the dark matches. Wait, one second. Okay, I see the problem now, folks. I apologize. Let me refresh this. That was kind of weird. Okay, here we go. 7,801 in attendance for night 2. And I will do one more review, put them all together, like I did last year, where it pertains to Wrestle Kingdom 14. That we say for later this week. So, anyways, sure. Where it pertains to the, let me see. Oh, here we go. Where it pertains to the night 2, where it pertains to the matches for Stardom. They didn't show on New Japan World. I'm assuming you gotta see it on their site with Stardom's website. That's something to check out too, by the way. Where it pertains to that whole thing. But yeah, they didn't show on New Japan World. They didn't show at all. Not one, not even 2. So, well, especially not even one match on there. They just it may just jump right into the pay-per-view. But I can tell you who won. Pertains to the match that took place. The one that we didn't see. The Queen's Quest won the match against the Donna del Mondo. That lasted 9 minutes and 48 seconds in this 6 women's tag team match. This was a Stardom exhibition match. And the other match had the other members of the Donna del Mondo. They won against Miyu Iwgp and Tam Nakano. I'm gonna say Tam Nakano. That's a 12 minutes and 49 seconds. And this tag team match, this was a Stardom exhibition match. Now let's get to the actual show itself. The opening match was the 4-way for the provisionary King of Pro Wrestling 2021 trophy. That's a 7 minutes and 34 seconds, a short match that was featured Bushi of Los Ingobernables de Albon, Chase Owens, and Balak Fale representing Bullet Club, and Toru Yano. Match itself, it was a fun match. There was a little dissension a little bit with Chase Owens and Balak Fale, where pertains to getting the pinfall from the end. Also, you had but either way, you had all 4 guys doing their thing. Yano didn't really do that much anyways. because he's Yano. He's got to always find a way to win, even though he's not trying to win. At one point, referee was trying to stop the argument between Chase Owens and Balak Fale, which led to Balak Fale and Chase Owens grabbing the referee, and that's when Yano went for a low blow and went for a cover on Bushi because I should mention this too. Bushi was already taken out by Chase Owens and Balak Fale, which is to the double team move that they do since the World Tag League. They've been doing this tag team move where they'll hook you up. Basically, Chase Owens hooks them up to go for like a straight jacket German suplex, holds him up in the air, while Balak Fale goes to him and does the hand grenade. You know, that's basically what it was. And also, I gotta mention this too. The opening match of this, the opening match of this whole thing, Balak Fale and Chase Owens was going to do the too sweet thing. All of a sudden, Balak Fale just do this to Chase Owens. Chase Owens falls down, and Kevin Kelly said on the commentary, "The finger poke of doom." And I say to myself, "Oh God." Well, in this case, it was probably the too sweet of doom, the way it was done. Basically, that they literally did like Kevin Kelly said, they literally did the finger poke of doom. I'm shocked. But yeah, that's what happened in the beginning of this opening match. And then we get to the ending of the match. Like I said, Yano went for the low blow, when it presents to Balak Fale and Chase Owens grabbing the referee. At this point, the referee couldn't see what's going on there, which was clever there. Meanwhile, you had Bushi there, laying there on the mat, in the middle of the ring, after taking that double team move by Balak Fale and Chase Owens. And Yano picks up the win over Bushi. And, like, of course he does. Not only, of course, Bushi has to take the pinfall, but of course, Yano wins. I predicted this. I seen that coming a mile away. Of course he wins. So yeah, another resume to add into his accomplishments, pertains to being called out, pertains to ring announcing, and it's gonna take a little more longer with that one too with Yano, because Yano is so good, and he's a good wrestler too. But so yeah, he's a good pleasure, to laugh at and laugh with. But he won, as I thought he would, and Bushi had to take the pinfall, as I thought he would too. I think they see no value in Bushi, which is bullshit. There's plenty of values in Bushi. I think the way they're having him losing like that is unfair. We get to the tag team match for the IWGP Heavyweight, or should I say the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship. That's at 13 minutes and 20 seconds with Suzuki Gun's own El Desperado and Yoshimbo Kanonora. I will get his name right. Because again, it is Japanese. It is a Japanese name, so I will get that name right. Eventually, I gotta keep watching more New Japan, and with him, Kanamura, he's buried there anyways, which is why I don't get to learn his name. But they go up against 1 or 8. That's the tag team name again. Of Ryusuke Taguchi and Master Wato, being accompanied by Hiroyoshi Tenzan. And the match itself, it was decent, but I wasn't really invested that much into the match because, for one thing, the tag team of Master Wato and Taguchi, to me, it doesn't fit. It doesn't gel well as a tag team. I don't see it. Bring back the mega coaches of Rocky Romero and and Taguchi. That was actually a tag team, and that was a tag team that I was actually into, and I was invested more. And a tag team I was feeling at the time. This tag team of Master Wato and Taguchi, I'm not feeling that at all. And as I predicted, El Desperado and Kanamura, they won the match. El Desperado hit his finish move, the what's it called again? Pincha Pincha Loco. You know, it's like the although on the hook and then you pick them up and then you drive them down like a face buster, kind of like an X Factor, but you hook the arms. So good finishing move too, by the way, for El Desperado. And like I said, they picked the win as I predicted. Good. Next match was my favorite match, and to me it was a show stealer. The match I was looking forward to. Shingo Takachi defending his never openweight championship against Jeff Cobb representing Empire. The Empire. Also, Shingo Takahashi representing for Los Ingobernables de Japón. And that's a 21 minutes, and that's a 21 minutes and 11 seconds. And like I said, this match was a show stealer. This match was incredible. This match was a match I was looking forward to seeing. They had matches before, but this was going to be a different stake of it, where it pertains to the title being on the line, and with Jeff Cobb being a heel, being in the new heel faction, and to see what they're capable of in the ring, with two guys, heavy hitters, and it was that much of a heavy hitter of a match. It was incredible. I loved it. A lot of good storytelling too, with Jeff Cobb and from Shingo Takahashi. It was just an all-out war between these two guys. It was a test of strength at one point. Well, not like a test of strength, grab each other's arms and then see, like with Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior from WrestleMania 6. Not like that, but just a straight up pertains to who can hit him harder, the clotheslines and everything, all that. It was that type of hard hitting and test strength there. Shingo Takahashi, had a great performance in the match along with Jeff Cobb, and Jeff Cobb at one point hit the Tour of the Island, his finishing move, but he couldn't capitalize on it because Shingo Takahashi taking the knee earlier in the match, and he couldn't go for the cover. And as he going to the cover, Shingo Takahashi, Shingo already had his foot on the rope there, and hooking the leg by Jeff Cobb. But at this point, it was too late. Jeff Cobb still couldn't get the job done. Shingo Takahashi still kicked out. He had plenty of time to kick out that finishing move, the Tour of the Island, and the storytelling of Jeff Cobb's knee gave out because of that. Oh wow! It was a really good way to protect his finisher and to protect Shingo Takahashi. In the end, it was Shingo Takahashi winning the match, which I am baffled. Not even Jeff Cobb from the Empire couldn't win for the Empire. Not one of them won, and these got some new factions that started since 2020, and then coming in 2021, they've been labeled as losers. The faction has been labeled as losers. Jeff Cobb at least could have at least won here, and he almost won here. Like I said, like I already mentioned, he could have won there, but he couldn't capitalize, unfortunately. Will Ospreay couldn't get the job done against Katsusuke Okada. Jogoro Khan couldn't get the job done against Hirono Takahashi. Hiroshi Tanahashi, excuse me. Hiroshi Tanahashi. And now, Jeff Cobb couldn't get the job done against Shingo Takahashi. Now I'm still upset that that Shingo won. I love Shingo, but like wow, what example you just set there for us fans to see this new faction build up, and then they come up short on Wrestle Kingdom. They better win matches on for New Year's Dash if that's good be the something from the bounce back. But then again, how can you bounce back after that? I know they will, but this is in Japan. They still put them strong, even in defeat. But very disappointing that none of them couldn't win. None of them won. Very disappointing. Then we get to the grudge match, the special match, special singles match, I should say. Two former tag team partners, two former best friends, are now bitter enemies. Representing the Los Ingobernables de Japón, Kosuke Sanada versus former member of Los Ingobernables de Japón, the traitor himself, the King of Darkness representing for Bullet Club being accompanied by the spoiler Dick Togo. King of Darkness, evil. I love saying that by the way. That match lasted 23 minutes and 40 seconds. Match itself was good. Sonata was all about basic wrestling, and Evil was doing a lot of heel tactics, especially with Dick Togo being out there. And Sonata didn't pull one punch, not even one. He was all about wrestling in this match. Tends to doing drop kicks. He does some high fly moves too, but he was all about all of the wrestling format in this match, and he even got the Paradise Lock onto Evil. I think one point we had the referee bump, so they could try to cheat more, which is no surprise there. In the end, I gotta say this by the way. They were trying to do each other's finishing moves, like Evil's trying to do the coast go. I mean, what's it called again? The skull end, which is the Dragon Sleeper. But with Sonata being the coast go, he calls it the skull end. And the way he does it too is a different way to do the Dragon Sleeper, than how it is done before. The way Sonata does it, it looks unique, which is why he calls it the skull end. But the skull end was at one point was used by Evil to Sonata. Just for a quick moment. For a split second, I should say, a split second. But yeah, basically, he attempted. Evil tried to attempt to do the the skull end onto Sonata, but he got out of it. And then Sonata trying to do the everything's evil, which is the STO, but which on the way that Evil does it, he turns you around, but basically sets you up for it, and he turns you around and then slams you down STO style. That everything is evil. So Sonata tried to do that, and Evil got out that one. And I don't remember Evil eventually did got the score in on him. Dick Togo sent out a match by the way by going to a table. But the way he went to a table, it looked so goofy the way he went to a table, because there was a table that was set up outside by Evil. At one point, the turnbuckle goes off of the apron as well because of Evil and Dick Togo. They're all about cheating. So Dick Togo, as going to a table, he was out of the picture. But like I said, the way he went to the table, he looked so goofy going to that table. So basically, it was up to Evil on his own against Sonata. And Evil botched one spot, probably, folks. I can't remember what spot he botched. Oh yeah, I remember. It was supposed to be where Evil was trying to go for the the whole thing with the referees helping. Helping. That's the thing that Evil does. These referees standing at the wrong place at the wrong time, and Evil sets it up, and then your referees you had no idea what's going on with that whole thing, and the referees basically in a way helped Evil, and the Evil give them praise and everything, like good job, even though they had no idea what was going on with it when that happened. Which is why Evil is so evil. He's got an evil mind to think something like that, to do something like that. But yeah, Evil tried to do that to Sonata. Sonata, because he knows him very well. He countered it not once but twice. It's been countered twice before when it comes to Evil with the whole catching the leg and then giving the referee that whole thing. It was so Sonata he basically knows everything about Evil because obviously they were a team. So Sonata was going for the magic killer on the ropes there, but Evil he didn't get onto the ropes there. He basically slipped. But it isn't the first time that Evil messed up a spot before. Was someone in the ring. Tetsuya Naito, for example, he messed up a spot for Tetsuya Naito before too. And this was no different with Sonata. But Sonata was a great performer in this match here. In the end, Sonata did get the everything's evil onto Evil, which wow, I can't believe he did that. And then goes for the pop up cutter, and then he goes for the Muda lock. I mean the Muda, not the Muda lock. The Muda moonsault. and gets the win. I'm good. I'm glad he won. Um, Sonata gets the win. Not only he got his Wrestle Kingdom moment, but he also got his revenge on Evil for everything that he's done. So it was great. Then we get to the main event. I mean, the semi-main event, I should say, for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. That's at 25 minutes and 31 seconds. You have the winner of the Best of the Super Juniors, 27 from 2020, and he is the ticking time bomb representing Los Ingobernables de Japón, Hirono Takahashi, who defeated the Super J Cup winner in El Fantasmo from night one. And night two, he gets to face the Bone Soldier representing the Bullet Club. He is the reigning IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, Taichi Ishii. So they had a match. Um, oh yeah, I should say this too, by the way, folks. Their entrances, by the way. Horror was the same thing from last from night one. Shingo Takachi, he had a new dragon face mask, which it was red. Um, but because originally it was green, but now it was like red and something. It was cool. Master Wato, he had a new ring attire, and he also had a new ring, new entrance attire as well. Bushi, I forgot to mention Bushi. Bushi had a nice jacket, sparkling like Michael Jackson's jacket. I love that, and he had fedora hat too. Love his entrance too, always, especially with his different masks he wears and everything. Um, Sonata's entrance was the same entrance that he did since the summer, but he has a a bit like a he did some different with his coat because it was the same it was the same vest. Well, I would say coat vest I should say. It was a vest, but he did something a little different with his vest. There, it's the same vest he wore, but he did something different with it, which I enjoyed that. But yeah, his obviously his entrance was all about Mystique. Taichi Ishimori, he had a new shredder like mask that he had, and he had a nice outfit too as well. Rotates to wearing the vest jacket. I think it was. I can't remember if it was the vest jacket or whatever. But yeah, it looked different. And he also wearing his ring gear was like camouflage and different type of design as well of it. With him being the Bone Soldier. And as far as the match was, Hirono Takahashi and Taichi Ishimori, they had a good match, a very good match. A lot of high flying spots, a lot of counters at the counters, a lot of training of blows and all that between the two guys. And then the storytelling came into the match where Hirono Takahashi's hand was what came into play. Numerous of times where after the whole thing with El Phantasmo. Still know about El Phantasmo or what was in his foot that caused Takahashi's hands to be hurt and bruised to begin with, or in a way broken. But in this one, it was heavily taped and all that. It didn't look like it was heavily taped, but it was still affected in the match. Rotates to him still getting hurt in the match. Taichi Ishimori was targeted numerous of times, but in the end, it was basically the story here is that can Hirono Takahashi defeat Taichi Ishimori, even though Taichi Ishimori has beaten him with the Yes Lock, Daniel Bryan's the blood lock, which he's calling it the Yes Lock in honor of Daniel Bryan with the whole yes, 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 because Taichi Ishimori was a fan of that one. So the Yes Lock onto Hirono Takahashi, and Hirono Takahashi always got out. He this time he got out of it. It wasn't a point. Hold on a second. Sorry about that, folks. I am back. So as I was trying to say, in the end, Hirono Takahashi, kept getting out of the yes lock and everything. He at one point they hit the time bomb, his finishing move, and a lot of attempts of countering at the countering of finishing moves to all, returns to Taichi Ishimori's um bloody arrow or bloody. Trying to remember how what was called. Bloody Cross. That's what it's called. Bloody Cross. Um, that was Taichi Ishimori's finishing move, the Blade Cross. And then when every time that was get counter, Hirono Takahashi tried to go for his other moves and everything. And then in the end, he went for the time bomb 2 and got the win over Taichi Ishimori, your winner, and new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. As I predicted, Hirono Takahashi wins. Great. Excuse me, folks. Alright, folks, I am back. So yes, I am happy that Hirono Takahashi won. Not only for thanks to him, winning the best of the Super Juniors 27 from 2020, but also going into night one to defeat El Phantasmo to for his rapid place, so being the more contender, and then coming to night two to walk in there and to walk out as the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. And he's one of the best Super Juniors in that company. And by the way, shout out to this guy named Chris. I keep forgetting his last name. He mentioned Owen Hart on the show, Wrestle Kingdom, but it tends to for those who's in the past has won the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship title, and Owen Hart was one of those guys. So shout out to that guy Chris, the commentator who's with Rocky Ramiro and Kevin Kelly, mentioning dropping the name of Owen Hart. Very 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 classy of him. So now main event, the moment of truth. This match for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship and the the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, the IWGP Double Championship Golds. The main event between the Golden Star, who's the champion, who's the double champion, I should say, of the IWGP Heavyweight and IWGP Intercontinental Championship, Kota Ibushi versus the number contender, the briefcase holder of the G1, even though he didn't win it, representing Bullet Club, the Switchblade, Jay White being accompanied by Gedo. And the match lasted 48 minutes and 5 seconds. And this match was just blew my mind. Blown away. 5-star, if not 7-star match, because of the storytelling, because of the drama, because of the suspense, just everything that they had in this match. Involvements of Gedo. You just had it all. Jay White playing mind games and all that. Kota Ibushi, transforming into his evil side, the demon inside of him, which if you've never seen that on that side of Kota Ibushi, folks, you've been missing out about how great Kota Ibushi can be as a performer, and looking to storytelling. Holy cow, man! We have a free bump too and all. This match was just incredible all around. It was not in this match. I thought it was in this match with the Merchants exposed turnbuckle. It was actually the Sonata Evil match, and also the match with Takahashi and Ishimori that had also the exposed turnbuckle of it as well. That's one thing I forgot to mention too, or just that match. This match didn't have that. But either way, a lot of great moves, a lot of great spots, a lot of high flying moves from Kota Ibushi, obviously, because he's all about high flying. You even had finishers getting kicked out of. Jay White's Blade Runner, obviously with Kota Ibushi's Kamagoye, where since his knee pads to be on, that always gets kicked out too sometimes. Um, and then he went for a Kamagoye to the back of Jay White, and he goes for another Kamagoye with his knee pad off, but Jay White counters and everything. Um, you had yeah, there was a lot of knee triggers, V triggers I should say, of from Kota Ibushi, and also he also did the Bumoye Shades of Shinsuke Nakamura, the King of Strong Style, which we will leave the by the way, but that's another time. But yeah, a lot of but the Bumoye, it was with his knee pad, so he that was not off the knee pad. That was from earlier, but then we get to a part where he took his knee pads off. Returns to doing the Kamagoye and all those also those V triggers and everything. In the end, he goes for a Kamagoye and gets a 3 count in the win. And like, oh, thank God. But either way, it was still an emotional moment that Kota Ibushi is your winner and still your IWGP and your heavyweight and Intercontinental champion. And Jay White during the after the match too, storytelling of him, those posts on mind and everything. Basically, he doesn't know where he's at right now. He's still in the mind like he's still in the match and everything. I know that like with Kota Ibushi from night one, and Jay White was the same thing here from night two, except it was a little different. He tried to get to he tried to get to Kota Ibushi. He tried to go get the belts and everything. He's like, give me those belts and everything. He's in denial right now. He's delusional. He's because it should have been his night, which thank God wasn't. Nothing against Jay White. I love Jay White. He is great. He's a great heel, great wrestler. This is Kota Ibushi's night. This was Kota Ibushi's year. Kota Ibushi deserves this, and rightfully so. And that match was so long. It was a long match, but it was still a great match. After the match, Sanada comes out. After they got rid of Jay White, Sanada comes out. Coast Ghost Sanada comes out in a suit. He basically congratulates Kota Ibushi, and he says that hopefully down the road you give me a shot at the title. And keep in mind, folks, the G1 Climax, those two were in the finals. Sanada, Kota Ibushi were in the finals. So Sanada wants, because Sanada at one point did almost beat Kota Ibushi in that match, but because he came up short, and Sanada sees how Kota Ibushi is now evolved and everything, and see him in the place where that he could have been in the spot. He wants to eventually face him, and Kota Ibushi accepts the challenge and everything, and they shook hands, and then Sanada leaves as Kota Ibushi gets his ring and says, I can't remember what she said, to Chris translating it, but since him being the double champion, and him being he's now God, because when that he would have said that too, Bowie. And yeah, so after that, when that was over, he goes on stage. He basically did a lot of poses, with the belt and everything, from every corner, from outside the ring onto the rampway, and then onto the stage. And from the stage, pyros went off. Not too much pyros, but a couple pyros hit from the stage for the celebration of Kota Ibushi. Still, your IWGP Intercontinental and Heavyweight Champion. Now, what they need to do now is to have Kota Ibushi relinquish that Intercontinental Championship belt, start a tournament for the Intercontinental Championship belt to crown new champion for the Intercontinental Championship. Because I don't want to see no more of this whole double championship belt anymore. It was fun while it lasted when Tetsuya Naito, the idea of Tetsuya Naito happened, but that should be done now. It should not be it should not happen ever again now. But yeah, I think I doubt that though. I should mention this about it. Jay White had an entrance coming off the rampway. Come up to the stage, I should say. I forgot to mention that part. And Kota Ibushi's entrance was the same entrance too. So it tends to the graffiti, the golden graffitis. Basically supposed to be like golden star raining or whatever, something like that. So, all right, folks. Now what I'm about to do right now, give you the highlights of night 2 for Wrestle Kingdom. Give me one moment. Swerve of the night goes with Dick Togo going to a table because I thought it was going to be for either Sonata or Evil, but it ends up being Dick Togo instead. And the way it was, like I said before, the way it was done, Dick Togo took it like he was like kind of like off from a cartoon. It was so goofy. Shock of the night will have to be the finger poke of doom. The whole too sweet poke of doom that they did. Black Fale and Chase Owens did. Chase Owens. That did shock me. So, moment of the night are actually two moments of the nights. Kota Ibushi overcoming Jay White, because the story also too, where just that match, the whole thing was that Jay White and Kota Ibushi, every time they get in the ring, Jay White always gets the better of Kota Ibushi. He always beats Kota Ibushi. This night was different. Kota Ibushi overcome the odds of everything that was put in front of him, and in the end, he beats Jay White. And of all places, Wrestle Kingdom, still the champion. Still to them, basically. The other moment was Sonata getting his revenge and have his Wrestle Kingdom moment as a single star. Showed me last year, by the way, but whatever. I was still upset with that, by the way. Him losing to Zack Sabre Jr. Nothing's wrong of losing to Zack Sabre Jr. It's just that Sonata should have won. So, promo of the night, Kota Ibushi represents his victory promo after beating Jay White. The video promo of the night are actually two video promos of the night. The IWGP double goal between Ibushi and Jay White, and the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship title between Takashi and Ishii. Entrances of the night are actually the top 4 entrances of the night, which Jay White rising up from the entrance, and also him wearing all white, with his designs of being the switchblade. Cool. Taichi Ishimori's entrance, Sonata's entrance, and Shingo Takachi's entrance. Performances of the night are actually the top 5 performances of the night. Top 5 performances of the night. You have Kota Ibushi, Hirono Takahashi, Shingo Takachi, Jeff Cobb, and Sonata. And those are your top 5s of performances of the night. Move of the night are actually, if I can see here, I think about 6 here. Top, 6 moves of the night. So let's see if it is 6 moves. Kota Ibushi's Death Lip German Suplex to Jay White. That's one. Taichi Ishimori's Japanese Destroyer onto Hirono Takahashi. That's 2, which was perfect, by the way. Jeff Cobb's over the head belly suplex to Shingo Takachi from the outside of the ring, which was nice. It was nice. That's 3. Shingo Takachi's plunger over the top rope was unique onto Jeff Cobb. That's 4. Sonata's dragon suplex to Evo, which was nice. That's 5. And 6, 6. Jay White's Uranagi slam, the way he did to Jay, Jay White doing it to Kota Ibushi was nice. And those were your top 6 for moves of the night. Finishers of the night are actually the top 4 finishers of the night, I should say. No, actually 3. Actually 4. My fault, folks. Obviously, the Kamagoye by Kota Ibushi. Hirono Takahashi's Time Bomb 2, Sonata's Muda Moonsault, and El Desperado's um, Pinchu Pinchu Loca. And that's your top. Wait, is it top four or top five? I just okay. Top four. The top four finishers of the night. All right, brutal match of the night had to be Evo versus Sonata in the good brutal match of the night. Sorry about that. Show still tonight had to be the Never Openweight Championship title match. Jeff Cobb versus Shingo Takachi. Match applause of the night are actually three match applause of the night, which one of them was that Iwgp double gold championship main event, Jay White versus Kota Ibushi. Never Openweight Championship title, Jeff Cobb versus Shingo Takachi. And also, wait, I'm sorry, I miscounted. It's four. It's four, not three. If I did say three, I apologize. I meant to say four. But anyways, Evo versus Sonata, and the Iwgp Junior Heavyweight Championship title of Hirono Takahashi versus Taichi Ishii. So there you go. That's four. Those are the top four for the match applauses of the night. And finally, match of the night, IWGP double gold championship title match between Jay White versus Kota Ibushi. And my overall strength for the show, I went with 8.5 out of 10 for night one for Wrestle Kingdom 15. This one, I'm gonna go with 9 out of 10. If you ask me which nights was better, you'll find out when I do the full results of it on my next review. But I gotta get to New Year's Dash first. First the live reactions, and then the review of that one, and then I'll do the review of Wrestle Kingdom 15 once again. This time from all of them together for a full results of it, the full results and recaps of it, like I did last year with Wrestle Kingdom 14. So there you go, folks. That's basically it. Thank you for watching. For Is Not Your Born Thriller saying, if this is the first time you're experiencing yours truly right here on YouTube, or pertains to these contents, any type of contents that you think I do that you enjoy. If you like what I do here, if you love what I do here, if you want to see more of me, more of what I do, or pertains to the contents on here, please, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for future contents, especially yours and mine's favorites, Taking Out the Trash series. If you like this review, give it a like. If you dislike this review, give it a dislike. Either way, just thank you for joining along with me, spending your time with me, and as I try to give you absolute best content with an Orange Cassidy thumbs up in a way, where it tends to yours truly, Not Your Born Thriller, giving you the absolute best content. I don't know how much else I can say it. But you'll stay well, stay safe, take care of yourself, everything that's going on in the world. Wear your mask, love one another, God bless one another, live in peace and harmony for us all. I am out here. Ta for now. As I say, peace on the streets. So I'll see you next time. But for now, take care.